Just because you have a camera doesn't make you an expert or knowledgeable in what you are seeing. It makes you someone who is experiencing it. So you can, as...
I'm just experiencing being trampled right now, but that's because I'm biased.
What I am concerned about is that everyone is considered a citizen journalist just because you have a...
These people are choosing what they want to see and what they want to show the world, and that's fine, but we should be very clear about that.
Journalism under siege. University of Carleton recently hosted this event, Journalism Under Siege, where many people from the journalism industry went on the air specifically to cry about the Freedom Convoy. So let's get right into it. Today we're going to be addressing the citizen journalists and how they're not real journalists. Let's take a look.
We can't be everywhere at once. So we have to verify video that citizen journalists take. They have
to verify video that citizen journalists take?
Wow.
To take it, we say, something happened here. Did this happen? Can we report on it? Can we get to the person? So I think that citizen journalists are important, that there is something, that there is value in that. But what I am concerned about is that everyone is considered a citizen journalist just because you have a...
You need a degree like she does. You need years and years of study, unbiased, eagle eye, reporting skills that us common guys just don't have.
I know I don't. BULLETMAKER is available right now. That's a great way to support us. Link is in the description. Post-Apocalyptic, Pre-Armageddon, Action Fantasy. Thank you for your time. Of course, WCFreedom.com right here.
Camera and you're rolling. Like when I'm watching those feeds that are going constantly, what I'm hearing is commentary, right? What I'm hearing about when they are, Jorge was doing the FaceTime, live shots of the protests and police moving in, but he has that knowledge of being at various protests.
Oh, okay. He's been to protests before. So professional journalists have been to protests before. So what we're experiencing being at this specific protest, that experience was... Does discounted? I don't know.
He knows. He can give you that insight in terms of why police are advancing.
Okay, he's better at protests. Got it.
Advancing, within increments, like maybe 5 meters every 15 minutes, right? This is part of what they do. But a citizen journalist who has never been in a situation like that would view that as violent, as forceful.
I don't know.
Wow. Let's make some excuses for the government beating protesters already.
And that's what they are putting out to their viewers, which is not the case at all. Because if you have covered protests involving racialized individuals, involving Indigenous people, you know that the force of police comes so much faster, quicker, and so...
Okay, we weren't beaten hard enough.
How did we know she was going to bring it back to race? How did we know?
It's just, there's no comparison. It's not, an increment of 5 meters every 15 minutes.
That's nothing. A little bit of batons and a little bit of tear gas, that's just nothing.
Nothing like that. So that's what I'm concerned about, is that when citizen journalists are taken at face value and they're not just explaining what's happening, but they're telling you this is very violent. Did you see that all?
You can just see it. You're not necessarily explaining it. The tape is recording and you're seeing what's happening. I think it's pretty clear.
Did you see about officer? He talked back to me. He didn't, like this.
That's a little bit much. The officer talked back to me. I don't think I heard anybody say that. I think it's more like that officer just ran his baton into me and just trampled people. Maybe that's more like it.
This is what you're hearing.
Maybe if Alexa Lavoie was not a white woman, she might have been beaten harder and faster.
Maybe you're right. Yeah.
And I think that's a faulty perception. Just because you have a camera doesn't make you an expert or knowledgeable in what you are seeing. It makes you someone who is experiencing it, so you can, as
I'm just experiencing being trampled right now, but that's because I'm biased.
reporters, we never try to put ourselves in the stories. And when we are asked to report on something that we experience, we put it in a perspective that we try to strip it of its emotion, right? We describe to you exactly what happened to me, but
She's so much better than us. You know that, Pan? They're just so much better than us. I think that's really what they're trying to tell us, that they're really highly elite trained journalists.
Our biases are bad. Her biases are good.
not trying to put commentary on it. And I think that's my concern about it. Whereas I value it because I see some of the video and I know I wasn't there and I know that that's intrinsically newsworthy, I'm concerned about the individuals who are interpreting it and skewing what they see.
Oh, she's upset that we may be biased, that citizen journalism may be biased. We're interpreting it. And I love these eyebrows. They're just the ones she's got on right now. It's just like, I'm just worried about you interpreting what you're feeling.
Right, so perspective, right? You know, they were all intentionally aiming their cameras at certain things, right? You know, they wanted to show a perception of the occupation that came from their own bias, which they did not ever declare, right? You know, there was a lot of people.
Sorry, is he saying that the media, the mainstream media, declares their biases?
This is amazing.
Standing around filming the hot tub. Not a lot of those citizen journalists were filming those three guys the three guys in the hot tub as they were harassing a TVA crew just an hour later, right? You know, at one point.
Oh, they were harassing a TVA crew, a TVA, Francophone Network, News Network crew later. So those same fellows who were having a hot tub, bathing in the hot tub, those same fellows went on to probably jump in front of a camera later on.
At a press conference on the last day, you know, these people are choosing what they want to see and what they want to show the world, and that's fine, but we should be very clear about that.
Those people choosing what they want to show the world. Does that not sound exactly like mainstream news?
Well, I mean, like what you were doing, you would have a 4, 5, maybe 6 hour live stream, unedited. You know, the camera was showing the truth. I mean, what this guy's talking about, you can actually coerce a camera into showing certain things that you want it to show. No, the camera's going to show everything, brother.
Some of those other streamers may have had more viewers than you did. Not to dig at the CBC.
But this is the thing. Is like I went to I watched a lot, and you had 14,000, or you had 40,000, or you had 5,000, or you had 500, and it really, like, that is a completely fragmented reality because there's so
a fragmented reality. When you have so many streams going showing a live protest, that's a fragmented reality.
many. You never had a critical mass just focusing on one, and I think that really also distorts everybody's perception of what's happening.
That distorts everybody's perception of what's happening when you have multiple live streams going. What is he talking about?
Yeah, he's saying, like, you know, don't watch different sources. Only watch our perspective because we have the best perspective. That's what he's saying.
Because even those live streamers would put on their own personality. So I think that's the issue we're facing, is just a completely fragmented image of what's happening.
But before we got active in politics, don't ask me how we did, but here we are today, maybe because that's what passes for journalism today. We were involved in the culture war, very specifically around comic books. You've seen that moral degradation in movies, TV shows, film, comic books as well. That's where we were. I was a big fan, and so was Pan, and Pan specifically with Turtles, by the way, Ninja Turtles. We created these over here, Vestige and BULLETMAKER. Check those out. BULLETMAKER is available right now. That's a great way to support us. Link is in the description. Post-Apocalyptic, Pre-Armageddon, Action Fantasy. Thank you for your time. Of course, WCFreedom.com right here. Please get on that, the newsletter, so you don't miss a beat. And please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you, and hail, brethren.